How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the third episode of the Off the Bench podcast, and this is being recorded in the top floor of the Van Wagenen Library on the SUNY Cobleskill campus. Once again, I'm Stephen Fay, and I'm joined by...
Ryley Guzzello.
It's getting old really quick repeating my name, but anyway, a very small amount of school sports again this week. But some good stuff, some good stuff for the school. Men's cross country ranked 7th in the NCAA regional poll, which is pretty good, I've heard, and what I've read, that's pretty good. Men's soccer did qualify for the 2021 NAC or NAC, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just going to say NAC championship tournament, which is cool. Men's soccer really turned it around since the first week we talked about them. And then women's volleyball, they closed the NAC or NAC season with a split at SUNY Delhi on Sunday. And they finished with a 4-4 overall record in the conference, which is, that's pretty good. It's not negative. It's 4-4. That's pretty good, I would say, right?
Top 500.
Yeah. That's all we have for school stuff this week.
All right, so now we're going to talk about Week 7 of the NFL. We'll start off with it was a great game to be a Bengals fan. The Bengals went into Baltimore and defeated the Ravens 41-17 in a game that was probably the biggest regular season game for the Bengals in like 6-7 years. They went into Baltimore against 5-1 Ravens and Joe Burrow and them. They put up a great fight, a great game. The Ravens kept it close for most of the game, but the Bengals pulled away and ended up winning by a lot of points.
Yeah, Joe Burrow looks very, very good. When he threw like 400-something yards or something like that.
Yeah,
he
looks more comfortable now, and looks like he's slowly getting used to his O-line and his offense. And him and Jamar Chase are just a great duo, deadly duo.
It's kind of like unfair.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's weird.
It's weird.
The Falcons defeated the Dolphins 30-28 in Miami. Kyle Pitts is proving why he was a top 10 pick. Last week at 119 yards. This week at a career high 163 yards. And it was a very close game. Tua looked good at times, looked bad at times. Tua had 4 touchdowns. He had 2 costly interceptions, though, in the week that the Dolphins were rumored, like always, to get Deshaun Watson. Except this rumor was them being very close to completing the deal. With that on his mind, Tua did all right. The Dolphins lost by 2 points. It was a good game back and forth. The Falcons won on a game-winning 36-yard field goal by Younghoe Koo, who's just unstoppable. He makes every field goal.
Yeah, he's a good kicker.
Yeah, and the Falcons needed a win to still be in playoff hunt. So good win for the Falcons. One of the biggest upsets of the week was the Giants beating the Panthers 25-3 at MetLife. The Panthers look like a mess after starting off 3-0. Darnold was very bad. 111 yards in the pick. He got benched for P.J. Walker in the fourth quarter. Giants defense looked really good. The offense, which was still missing a bunch of players, put up 25 points. Jones looked really good. They sacked Carolina's quarterback, Walker, and Darnold combined 5 times, and the Panthers had 173 offensive yards. Graham Gano had 3 field goals, and the defense and special teams for the Giants stood up when it mattered.
Yeah, my take of the Panthers being legit is really bad now. They look all really bad.
Yeah, now they're in the talk. Now they called up Houston. And they want Watson. Just after 7 weeks of seeing what's going on with Darnold, who started off really strong, and the Panthers looked like a chick contender the first 3 weeks.
Yeah,
have quickly fallen back to reality, and are now
I'm being
3-4
exposed.
So we'll see what Watson goes.
Did you see Daniel Jones catch that?
Yeah, great catch.
Pass.
He had a great catch. Literally, it was a great catch. What was I gonna say? So moving on to the Packers-Washington football team game in Washington. It was a close first half. Tyler Heineke and the Washington football team kept it close, but ultimately, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, they ended up winning by 14, 24-10 in Green Bay. Rodgers looked really good. They have a big game this Thursday against Arizona. Devontae Adams is now out with COVID as of a few hours ago, so that's a big blow for them.
That stinks.
But I don't know. Washington kept the fight. their Packers only up a touchdown and a half, and then they pulled away. It was overall a good game for Green Bay, and Washington's still struggling.
Yeah,
Start the season.
but I mean, it does suck that they lost what's his face, Ryan Fitzpatrick, in like the first game of the season. Really sucks, and Taylor Heineke's not that good.
See, Tyler Heinicke got a lot of praise before he started, and he's showed really good signs. Just to go into a whole system, it's tough. Especially going into Lambeau with Rodgers at home is always just not a good sight for the opposing teams.
Yeah, the Packers look really good, and he looks like he actually looks happy to be there, considering what happened during the whole offseason. He was
in the first week when they got killed by
Saints. He's dancing around the sidelines, hugging his coaches and stuff. He actually looks happy again.
Yeah, it was just probably his last year in Green Bay, so he's just doing everything he can to win, and he's putting all in line. Another game was in New England in Foxborough. The Patriots dismantled the Jets 54-13. Zach Wilson got hurt. He's out 2 to 4 weeks with a sprained knee. Mike White came in, former Cowboy, didn't do anything. Jets defense gave up 54 points, 551 yards of total offense.
There we go.
And it was just not a pretty game for the Jets.
Yeah, the
Patriots
Jets
put up 54. Mac Jones looked really good. A couple of trick plays. Damien Harris had a great game as well. And Bill Belichick with opposing quarterbacks, especially rookie quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, he just dismantles them. That's what Bill Belichick does. Another shocker of the week was the Chiefs losing 27-3 in Tennessee. Mahomes looks really bad. The Chiefs look really bad.
He got hurt pretty bad too. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got to the helmet.
Yeah, he took a shot right to that dude's thigh and then smacked right into the ground. He looked like when he got up, he looked like he didn't know where he was. I probably wouldn't either if I got hit like that, but that sucks. And it says he passed the concussion protocol though, so.
Yeah, it's a good sign for Kansas City. Mahomes just had 41 yards in the first half, and it was already 27-0 Tennessee. Derrick Henry looks really good. Tannehill had a great game. A.J. Brown also with a touchdown, and it was just all Tennessee the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say he's 3-4, and it's time to really hit the panic button for them because their defense looks horrendous, and now their offense can't do anything. And it's going to be tough.
It's like Tyreek Hill disappeared.
Tyreek Hill can't catch anymore. He keeps dropping balls and it's going through his hands and getting intercepted. The Chiefs play the Giants next week, so hopefully they can get back on track. It's a primetime game Monday night.
I don't know. Giants probably feeling pretty good.
Probably not. You have a pissed off Patrick Mahomes now.
If he plays,
he's gonna play. They said. He passed the concussion protocol, and now he has an extra day to rest. Going to the afternoon games, the Cardinals, who are down 5-0 to Houston, scored 31 unanswered, won 31-5. Texans still look like a mess, but Kyler Murray picked up. Zach Ertz had his first touchdown as a Cardinal, and the Cardinals still undefeated. Have a tough game against Green Bay Thursday night, which should be a really good Thursday night game. Nothing really else from this game, though, as Arizona won by 26.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas, without Darren Waller, defeated Philadelphia 33-22. Derek Carr looks really good. Josh Jacobs ran all over, and the Eagles look like an absolute mess. Jalen Hurts just doesn't look like the quarterback of the future for the Eagles, and it's really going to be a long season for them at this point. Moving on to the Rams hosted the Lions, and that was a close game. 28-19 Rams over the Lions. The Lions had 10-0 lead and had 2 trick plays and were successful in that, and they really just did everything they could to get a win. The Rams clutch in the fourth quarter like usual. Jalen Ramsey with an interception, and Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp is still connection. That's great. Cooper Kupp another 2 touchdowns. Tom Brady threw a 600 touchdown in Tampa as he beat the Bears 38-3. Justin Fields did not look good. Neither his entire Bears. Brady was a little off in the first half though, but otherwise it was just he didn't even play the fourth quarter. Kyle Trask came in, young quarterback who's a rookie this year.
How did he do? Did he do anything?
He did all right. I mean, it was his first time playing. He did all right though. Again, it was Brady's 600 touchdown pass. Did you see the whole controversy with that?
No, I didn't.
Mike Evans caught it, and then he gave it to a fan.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
And then the fan got a signed jersey for it. And
yeah,
everyone was talking
to get back the ball, right? Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't give back the ball for a signed jersey. I'd ask for a lot more. Tom Brady and the
I
Buccaneers.
probably would have sold the ball.
I wouldn't sell it. I'd give it to Brady. Man earned it. I would just ask for more than a signed jersey, like season tickets, a signed jersey, suites, just like stuff like that. I wouldn't sell it and get the money.
Money.
I don't think I would sell it. It's Brady's.
Money. Give me $1 million.
They estimated that the ball was worth $500,000.
Give me $500,000. Ball's all yours, Tom.
I would probably ask for season tickets, suites, signed jerseys, signed footballs, go to the away games. I would ask for a lot of stuff, and then probably a little bit of money, like college debt and all that. But
yeah, I wouldn't.
I would do more than a signed jersey.
Yeah, because I mean, think about how many signed jerseys there are out there of Tom Brady.
Yeah, signed jerseys like $1,500.
Yeah,
Not even 2,000.
Like I'm not giving that back for a signed jersey.
And the fan was probably flustered. He's like, "Yeah, here's Tom Brady's 600 touchdown.
Yeah.
What do you want?" He's like, that's probably the first thing he thought of.
Yeah, I think.
With all everyone talking about this in the news, like the Buccaneers are definitely gonna hook him up now, and especially Brady. They're definitely gonna.
Yeah, they're probably gonna reach out to him and be like, "Hey, here's tickets. Here's like come on the field and like throw a pass to Tom or catch a pass from Tom Brady or something." Or
Yeah, no, they gotta do something.
I don't know, something like that probably. Yeah. That's how it always happens. It's like something like that happens, and then like they'll reach out and
It's like the baseball. Every time you catch a mouse on home run. I always wanted to do that though. I'd probably ask to go to the locker room, meet the guys, get a signed bat.
Yeah, the organizations always reach out and try to do more than what they got.
Yeah.
Or sometimes for baseball, it's like you can take a picture with the ball, then you got to give it back.
I don't think you legally have to give it back though.
No, you don't. But it's like if you don't, you kind of look like a jerk.
I would give it back. I would just ask for things. Signed jerseys, tickets, meet the guy.
Meet the guy.
I would definitely do something like that because that'd be a great experience. The last game was Sunday night. In a very rainy game in San Francisco, the Colts beat the 49ers 30-18. After the Colts were down 9-0 to early start, they rallied up. Wentz looked good. Jonathan Taylor did really good. Garoppolo not so much, and it was a big win for the Colts to get back on track for the nice playoff push. And tonight is the Saints and Seahawks, Geno Smith and Jameis Winston. I see the Saints winning. I see the Seahawks keeping it close, but ultimately I see the Saints are a better team, especially with Russell Wilson out.
I can't imagine that being a very riveting game tonight.
Yeah, it's not. But
it's like two boring teams.
Yeah, especially without Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and I don't know. I probably won't be watching. I probably won't.
And that'll conclude week 7 of football. Overall, a good week.
Yeah, and last year's quarterbacks are looking good.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
Especially Joe Burrow.
Herbert and Burrow are doing what they're supposed to do, especially Burrow coming off the ACL injury. And, yeah, a few upsets, a few blowouts, a few nail biters. Overall, it's a good week of football. I
think the game that surprised me the most was the Bengals one. I thought they were going to lose. I really thought that there's no way Lamar Jackson's going to lose to a second-year quarterback, but he did. He did.
I mean, it's common. In second year. I mean, Joe Burrow's not nobody, at least.
Yeah, I know he's not nobody. I just thought, MVP's a veteran, already. I figured he probably would have maybe, taught him a lesson or something, been I don't know.
The Bengals are legit this year, and now the Bengals are first in the division. So, it was overall a great game for Cincinnati.
Good week of football.
Yeah. All right, so moving on, I'm going to talk a little bit about hockey.
Which I know nothing about.
So we are 2 weeks into the season, and no surprise to anyone, Connor McDavid is leading the league with 13 points, 6 goals, 7 assists, and right behind him, as always, is Leon Draisaitl with 11 points. And that duo is as deadly as always. No surprise there. Connor McDavid looking for another MVP, another Art Ross.
I couldn't agree more.
The Oilers are also 5-0 and have the best record in hockey right now, tied with the Florida Panthers, which is surprising to a little people, but the Oilers' offense is very good. But 5-0 is a great start for them. So that's in the West. The East, the Florida Panthers leading right now. They're also 5-0. A lot of people had the Florida Panthers going deep in the playoffs with a potential Stanley Cup berth, and they're playing phenomenal hockey. Sergei Bobrovsky is playing great. paying them to, and if he doesn't, they have Spencer Knight backing him up, the young kid who they took in the first round a couple years ago. And yeah, so far it's a good 2 weeks of hockey. I would say the most surprising team is probably the San Jose Sharks in the West. They are 4-1 with 8 points, and a lot of people picked them last-ish in the division.
8 points is pretty good.
Yeah, you have 2 points a game for one. So they're 4-1. That's probably the most surprising. Another surprise is the Blackhawks, who are 0-5-1 with 1 point on the season. They got blown up by the Red Wings last night in Chicago.
Yikes.
It was the first time in 580-something games that the Blackhawks didn't have a sold-out crowd. They're playing bad. The fans are letting them to play bad. Hopefully some coaching changes coming up, because if the Blackhawks keep losing and they don't get the top 2 pick in the draft in June, it goes to the Blue Jackets. So they're hopefully going to try to pick it up because they don't want to risk losing a pick and finishing last in the league. In the East, the most surprising team probably so far, it's probably the Sabres. They're 3-1-1 with 7 points on the year. They were predicted to finish last in the entire league, and so far so good for them with the whole Jack Eichel controversy and him getting surgery. They're supposed to meet next week. Maybe potential trade coming up for Eichel. Yeah, and I think that's it for hockey for the week. I'm glad hockey is back.
I'm going to have to do my research on hockey because I don't know a single thing that you just said. I really don't. I don't think I've ever watched a hockey game like from beginning to end. I don't think I have.
I watched the Islanders played last night. I'm an Islander fan. The Islanders played last night in Vegas. They won 2-0. It was back-to-back shouts for Ilya Sorokin. The Islanders have waited 5-6 years for Sorokin to come over from the KHL, and he's just a stud goalie. Back-to-back wins.
What's the KHL?
It's the Russian Hockey League.
Oh, is that like?
It's like the NHL, but it's in Russia.
Are those guys like really good?
Yeah, they're just playing in Russia.
Is there a minor league hockey?
Yeah, AHL, American Hockey League.
Huh.
So every team has a minor league.
I did not know that.
That they can call up.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, every sport has a minor league. Yeah, baseball. Except football.
Yeah.
Just basketball, hockey.
Imagine there was minor league football.
I guess it's a practice squad.
Or they have like the other ones, like the arena football, or you can play the Canadian Football League too. Some guys get signed from there.
The Canadian Football League's not bad. I've watched a few games. It's different rules and stuff, but like it's fun to watch. Yeah, so Sorokin back-to-back shutouts. The first time in his career, first time in Islander history is back-to-back shutouts on consecutive days. The Islanders will go home now. They don't play till Saturday at 1:30 puck drop against the Predators. They are on their 13-game road trip. Then, due to their new arena in Belmont Park not being ready till November 20th when they take on the Flames. So long road trip. The Islanders are 3-2-1 on the season so far. I'm satisfied. They got to clean up a little things, but overall, I'm happy.
You said you're going to the home opener, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's be very expensive, but it'll be worth it to open up the new arena.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. That'd be like a really cool experience. Go to the new arena, first home game. It's probably gonna be crazy, the energy.
Yeah, Islander fans are crazy. So it'll definitely be a great game. Especially the way the Islanders are playing.
I've heard that like the atmosphere of hockey games is like nuts.
It's great. I went to the playoff game in May when they took on the Penguins for the clinching game, and it was a madhouse. It was crazy. Hockey games are the best games to watch in person, if you know what you're looking at.
Yeah, I would assume. I think if I went, I'd probably just be like, I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
I'm just watching people skate back and forth and trying to sling a puck into a goal.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's it for hockey for now. So I think we'll move on to baseball before we wrap it up with basketball. The World Series is upon us. It starts tomorrow night in Houston between Houston Astros and Atlanta Braves.
Boo.
It's one of the most recent boring World Series. The Dodgers were eliminated to the Braves. The injury Dodgers lost a lot of pitchers and a lot of hitters, and the Braves won 4-2 Friday night. I personally want the Braves to beat the Astros just because I hate the Astros. They cheated.
I don't think anybody likes the Astros except Astros fans.
I think it'd be a very bad look for baseball if the Astros win. A lot of people are not going to be happy with that.
It's just not a good look at all that they're in the World Series. I mean, like, whatever. Like, yeah, like, they deserve it. They won. I guess they played legitimately this year. I mean, who knows?
Every series there's an accusation.
Yeah, like if they did win legitimately this year, then good for them. I guess they deserve it.
No, they don't deserve it.
if they play legitimate this year, then yeah, they do. But I don't know. It's just hard to think that they are still playing legitimately with the whole cheating thing.
It doesn't even bother them personally. Like Bregman,
No.
Cray, and Altuve, like it seems like we did that. Deal
Yeah,
with it.
like they're proud that they cheated.
The whole thing when they actually got caught and had the press conferences before COVID, it's just like, oh, we're sorry. Like, no, you're not. You were forced to. It's like you're reading off a teleprompter, and it's just MLB really screwed that up. Rob Manfred really screwed that up, giving them immunity for speaking. Like,
yep.
Come on.
There should have been a bigger punishment.
Like the manager and the GM got fired and banned for a year, but like now they're back. Hinch has the Tigers, Cora's on the Red Sox. The only one, Beltran's still not hired, but he'll be hired eventually. He'll do something.
I was really mad when he couldn't be the manager of the Mets, and then Luis Rojas. He saw. Good thing they fired him, by the way. I'm so glad. Oh, they didn't. Well, they fired him as manager, but he's still like in the organization.
Which is good because he's been in the organization for so long. So it's good that they kept him in the organization.
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of messed up if they were to like if they would just let him like.
It's good that they offered him a different position in the organization because he's been there a long time. He knows a lot. His managing wasn't his thing.
Well, TV ratings are going to be bad. Nobody cares about a Braves-Astros World Series.
I hope the Braves win. I hope Freeman gets his first ring.
Except Braves fans, I guess. But I
for
don't
the
know.
Braves fans, first World Series appearance since '99. So.
I just think it's going to be very boring. It's just like the Braves are a boring team. They only have like a few guys that are like household names. Other than that, it's like, I don't know.
Watching the Braves series when they play the Dodgers, they're very electric. Like they have a lot of players that can just pop off, and I enjoy watching the Braves, even though Acuna's not playing. Freeman's fun to watch. Eddie Rosario's fun to watch. I'm a big fan of Jock Peterson still after he left the Dodgers. I think the Braves have the pieces to beat the Astros. I think it'll be. I'm gonna say Braves in 7. I think we'll go.
I'll say Braves. Yeah, I think the Braves are gonna win just because they have better pitching.
Their pitching has to do what it's supposed to do. Their bullpen has to do what it's supposed to do. It shut down the Dodgers, so
Astros are.
And the Dodgers are better than the Astros, so should shut down the Astros.
Astros, I think, have Framber Valdez pitching game 1, who's been pretty good, and then the other guy, what's his name? Oh man, the dude with the funky windup.
For who?
For the Astros, he pitched game 6 at home against the Red Sox. What's his name? I'm looking it up right now.
I have no idea. The Astros are going to host the first 2, and then it's going to go back to Atlanta for 3, 4, and 5, and then finish off in Houston 6 and 7.
Luis Garcia, that's who it is. That guy. He has a really funky windup. I know
Charlie Morton's going game 1 tomorrow night for Atlanta. Should be. I'm looking forward.
I probably won't be tuning in.
I'll only tune in if the Braves are up in the series, and it's a clinching game for the Braves.
Yeah,
I would watch that.
Yeah, if it's a clinching game, then I'll probably watch it just to
only for the Braves.
Just
I'm
to see
watch if the Astros are up,
just to see the celebration.
The
I think if the Astros do win, and if they win on the road, like if they clinch it on the road, I would watch it just to hear how loud the boos are in the
usually there's not boos. Usually people don't really. They're like, all right, the other team won, but this is a completely different narrative.
Yeah, if they win on the road, if they clinch the World Series on the road, I don't know. People may storm the field.
Hopefully not, but
throw stuff from the seats.
They might throw things in revolt, but if the Astros win the World Series, that's gonna be a horrible look for Manfred in baseball.
So, yeah, it really would be. But
last couple weeks of baseball, and then it'll be done till April.
Which is crazy. I feel like I remember starting watching the season at home, just like so excited to watch the first Mets game of the season, and now it's already over.
Yeah, that season flew by.
It really did fly by, like really fast. It sucks.
Right, so moving on to the last part we're gonna cover today. The NBA is back. It's been back for about a week and a half now. What surprised you so far during this very 3-game season so far?
What surprises me so far is the Charlotte Hornets.
I was gonna say the Hornets.
They are 3-0.
I like watching
Apparently,
them.
It's the best start to the franchise.
Which is so sad.
3-0
It's so sad.
is the best start that the franchise has ever had, which is crazy.
I like watching the Hornets.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball is good.
I'm glad they beat Brooklyn last night.
Oh man, poor Brooklyn. I
don't
care. Care either, but
Miles Bridges too.
Yeah, what do you have, like 32 points, right?
Yeah,
crazy game. Miles Turner had a great game. Jaylen Brown had a great game against the Knicks, which they lost.
Yesterday's games?
Do you want to talk about yesterday's
I'm
games?
asking you. We're talking about yesterday's games.
Oh, no, I meant the Celtics Knicks one.
Oh, okay.
I'm just talking about guys who had good performances
this
week. Like Ja had a great game last night.
That was a
missed
crazy
us free
ending to
throws.
Laker game.
Oh, man.
I'm a Laker fan. I can't believe I missed the last three.
Yeah.
I was mentally prepared for overtime. It was a must in my head. It was a must win for the Lakers to get back on track.
I think it's a big momentum win, and it makes a lot of the fans feel like at ease. And
I do feel at ease now.
Yeah,
now we know they can actually win because the Grizzlies aren't a great team, but they're not a horrible team.
No,
they're very average.
They're an up and coming team. Like they're a good young team.
They might sneak in.
Probably like the 8 seed maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I would say. I'd say like the 8 seed is probably like a toss up in the West. Like in my prediction, it's probably like a toss up between like the Blazers and the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean I see the Blazers finishing if they do what they're supposed to, maybe 6th. Maybe.
I also see the Kings maybe sneaking in. Davion Mitchell, dude, he is legit.
The Kings gotta get rid of Bagley. He sucks. It's not
yeah,
working.
he sucks. Rashawn Holmes.
Also, I think they're trading Buddy Hield already.
I don't know why. He's good, and he comes off the bench
already.
too. Halliburton starts over him, which is
I
nuts.
like Halliburton.
I know, but he's
start
not.
To his season has not been great.
But he's not established enough to be starting over Buddy Hield, who's like he's
that's
won
why
a 3-point contest. I don't know.
Buddy Hield wants to play.
You should trade Buddy Hield to like the Knicks.
Who would they give up?
I don't know. So, I don't know. I feel like the Knicks can maybe trade.
He's gonna go to a contender. Oh, maybe not really. It's so early in the season that these trades.
I know
are
it is.
So
it is
quickly.
really early in the season. I think the Knicks would be a good fit for him, or if you sent him to, maybe like you send him back to like New Orleans, maybe.
He's struggling very hard already. 0-3 in the year.
Yeah, they stink.
They're waiting for Zion.
Yeah, it's been a very short week. There's really not much to cover other than like the Hornets look good.
The Knicks look good. Well,
the Knicks look good.
The Knicks. It sounds like it's gonna be a very up and down season.
Up and
They're
down.
gonna have 5-game winning streak and they're gonna lose 7 in a row.
Yeah,
it's really just
Yep. Steph Curry looked great this week.
Where do you think Simmons is gonna go?
To be honest, I don't really care. He's a prima donna.
But where do you think he's gonna end up?
Oh, I don't know. I think like maybe Portland's a good fit for him.
I think you're gonna ship him west so they don't have to deal with him. They keep him east. They're gonna have to play him a lot. They just want to get rid of him fully.
I think Portland would be a good fit because he could play center.
I mean, Simmons, Lillard, McCollum doesn't sound horrible on paper.
I think like that's a pretty reasonable trade. You trade. Let's say you want to trade Ben Simmons to Philly. Philly gets. So let's say you want to trade Ben Simmons to Portland. You trade Ben Simmons and maybe throw in like, I don't know, Danny Green or I would say Tyrese Maxey, but I don't know if I don't know if they're gonna get rid of him.
I don't think they would do Maxey.
But Ben Simmons, and then
Philly.
and then Portland gives them maybe Anthony Simons, CJ Elby, and I don't know, throw in like Covington. I think that's a pretty balanced trade, no?
Yeah, I think Simmons is gonna go west. I just don't know where.
Yeah.
I think it'd be sooner than later though.
I guess only time will tell.
Time will tell.
All right, well, that's all we have time for this week. We've shortened these to 30 minutes now from the previous first episode where it was an hour, but we hope you enjoyed everything that we covered, and we will be back filming these every Monday, hopefully, if there's no problems. But if you guys want to learn more about the communications program here, you can go to www.cobleskill.edu. You can find all of our information on our website about our programs, majors, or if you don't want to come here for communications or just come here just to come here, there's plenty of information on there too. But that's all we have time for today, and we appreciate everybody watching. And thank you very much.